And this is because of your taposa. One after another, generation after generation, for such a long period of time, you are going on praying to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Khandana Bhavabandhana. So when it started, this organization?
2009 probably.
2009. So it is now 25.
No, 15, 16.
15.
2009.
2009 शुरू हुए actually.
2000 it is started.
Yeah.
No,
2009.
2009 and to 25, 2025. So this long period, you are all coming here and you have your own responsibilities, your duties, your commitments. And apart from that, you're coming, contributing, inviting people, and as an organization, you're doing everything. For what? Only to listen to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's words, inspiration, and so that you can get the blessings of Thakur Ma and Swamiji, as we call Sri Ramakrishna Ma Sharada. So this is as it called tapasya, because there are different type of obstruction comes, then different human being. So obviously you don't like him or her or this or that, but you are adjusting. Actually, you are helping yourself by eradicating your ego. Sometimes you feel, I won't go over there. Those people are not properly behaving with me. And then you say, no, they are not actually. I am going for Thakur. Let me go. Next day you come and they are so welcoming. They become friendly. So you know, they are good people. So like this it is going on. Everywhere it goes. Wherever two, there will be collision, obviously. And when we can adjust with our ego, then we gain. Why? Because we go to our ideology. That is Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. We go to Thakur. Now Sri Ramakrishna we love, Sri Ramakrishna we like, Mother is there. Some other people, they are also coming, they also love, but their way may be different. Then some Swami comes or someone comes and you will be reading in the books that Thakur himself said that a different type of curries, different type of food he liked, or different type of flowers he liked. So the different type of people, they are coming to him. So some are very good, some are singers, some are organizer, all they are coming and together. And that is called spirituality. When you are all alone, you are a Paramahamsa. Because there is no one to contradict you and you can do whatever you like. You get up at 7 o'clock and then you take a bath, a nice coffee, and what our president is saying on all that thing, then you go and do arati. So at 10 o'clock, nobody is saying anything. And if second man is there, say, yeah, it's 10 o'clock, it should be at 6 o'clock. But again, fighting. So ego is clashing. And we have to overcome that ego. What is it? Even, sorry. This is okay. Now that is, we have to keep in mind, in the Ramakrishna order, Ramakrishna mission, what is sadhana? Adjustment. There are many Swamis, they come, the young people, they come. They, after some time, after getting the sannyasa, they go out and they start their own asrama. They become very famous afterwards. Maybe some people and some not. But whatever. Why they can't go along with others? I should do. That is the difference. There are many who are really great souls and they are very capable, not getting a chance. Maybe they have been given the duties like looking after the kitchen, looking after the cowshed, looking after the gardens. But they could give wonderful lectures. They could write books. But all through their life they are doing that. No murmuring. They are the sadhus. Thakur has asked me to do it, I will do it. That is called sadhu. So friends, we have to remember it. And if we can't, if we go to the Hindu temple, great temple, there are a lot of money, constantly they are improving, thousands of people are coming, so many doshas they are selling, all those things are going on. But tremendous conflict. Why we go there? Why we come to temple? Don't forget that. Never ever. Never ever. Because life is short. We do not know what will happen when. So it is only we're blaming Air India, but there are other flights are also there, God forbid. But anything may happen. Every moment you are ready. Anytime God coming, immediately you take out the photo. So something is going to happen, no problem. God is with me. He is in my pocket. You take out the photo. Like this, immediately you take out and then you see, no problem, God, I am coming to you. No, that is called courage. Death is inevitable. Why should I be afraid? And that is called devotee. The devotee means not only I took initiation in 1962, my grandfather took from him. That is wonderful. But what you have done, I think in this way. All the scripture that we read, all the Upanishad that we read, anyone can read. Every university studying, these philosophical students, all studying this thing only. Then what is there? If you don't practice it, and what is the practice? Fearlessness. How that you can be fearless? You have a complete confidence. Thakur is there. Nothing is going to happen to me. I believe in Thakur. And when you think that closing your eyes, you are thinking you are a toddler, just running and sitting on the lap of Thakur and dangling, and sitting on the lap of the mother and dangling, you are careless. Let the world do whatever they like. I am free. And that is the reason this time Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he came and he married and then lived a householder's life. One who could make a sannyasi like Swami Vivekananda lived a householder's life. And it is a unique combination of sannyasa and householder. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Tyagi gehi sebya nitya pavanangri pankajam. Tyagi and gehi. Gehi means householders. Tyagi means the monastics. Both are worshipping him. This is unique. Why he showed that? This time, we'll be discussing about what is the importance of the householder's life. Both that today and morning, tomorrow morning, if you feel like coming, then. Otherwise, no problem. So, and these 2 days, but let me begin from the beginning. And you know where from the householders came? There's a beautiful story in Bhagavad. Vedanta, that Upanishad, that gives only decision, no story, nothing. They will straight away, they will go. Upanishad stories means Nachiketa and all others. Bhagavat is full of stories and they will take you to the different world. What the Bhagavata said, Lord Vishnu, the God, he wanted to create. But he himself won't create. So he created Brahma. And he gave the knowledge and he gave the technique also, the power. So Brahma started creating. What the creation? Different varieties of things should be there. So Sattva, Raja, Tama, 3 type of qualities they have given. Very good, very bad, in between mixture. So now combine all this and make a wonderful world. I like to enjoy. So Lord Vishnu said, Brahma was creating, he was thinking and creating the best monks. So 12 rishis came. And the Brahma told, hey, now I have created you, you go, marry, settle, and then make the family. And the world, Lord wanted. They bowed down and left. They said, no, it won't be possible for us to settle as a householder. It's not possible. The Brahma was thinking what to do. He created 4 brahmacharis, 4 brothers. Sanak, Sananda, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar. They are very qualified people. But just now, we are not going to listen to this. And rather, they were disturbing Brahma with other questions. Who has created you? You have created us. And who has created you? So, like that, Brahma told the one who has created me, I cannot explain about him. So, no, that is not possible. We can explain about you. Why can't you say about your father? So, Brahma had to pray to the Supreme Lord to come and to talk to them, and all this was going on. But the Vishnu was asking, hey, what about the family? I don't see anyone. So what to do, sir? I cannot do anything. No one is listening to me. Then he said, some mistake you are doing, because you are creating out of yourself all purity. No desire there. So obviously, you are creating the Brahma only, God only, pure, because there is no desire. You have to put the desire, then only they will be there. So he created Manu Prajapati, the first Manu Prajapati, from his mind. Manu was created, but giving little extra raja. So he became the Prajapati and he said, Father, tell me, what you want me to do? Well, now this is okay. He said, you better marry. I am creating another lady, marry her. So she was Shatarupa. The Manu and Shatarupa, they got married and slowly they got some children. One of that child was Devahuti, the very beautiful lady, and she is the firstborn which Brahma didn't create. These two have created. So she was the human being, first human birth, Devahuti. Now Devahuti, whom she will marry when she grew up, then they found one very, very good looking monk. Among all those, monk means the rishis, among all those 12 rishis, his name was Kardama. Then Brahma went and told Kardama, I have created you. And yes, Father. So you are supposed to listen to me? Yes, Father. Now you should marry. Well, no, Father. That is not possible. So, whatever you ask me to do, I will do, but not marriage. Because I know I will get entangled over there. I am not going to do that. Then the Brahma again reported to Vishnu. Vishnu told, Acha, that is the Kardama. I also liked him. He's a very good person. Then what is the problem? He is not agreeing. I said, let me try. Then Vishnu said, let me try. Then Vishnu, when Kardama was meditating on formless, in the beginning, all people used to meditate on formless. No form was there. And that's why in the Satya Yuga, have you noticed in Satya Yuga there is no avatar? Is there any avatar in Satya Yuga? No avatar in Satya Yuga. Why? All were divine people only. So no avatar was necessary. Avatar to establish Dharma. Everybody was righteous. So obviously, why avatar? So Vishnu, then he thought that he was meditating on Nirakara, but he entered into his meditation, Lord Vishnu, with the Lakshmi, and both husband and wife sitting comfortably and beautiful looking. So slowly, when he is meditating, he suddenly saw, first time in meditation, form. And in the form, it is Lord Vishnu and Ma Lakshmi. He saw it and he liked it so much. Husband and wife in a very beautiful way, they are sitting, they are talking. When he saw that, he liked it so much, this Kardama. Next day also in his meditation, he wanted to see that, but Vishnu never came. And the second day, the third day, he became frustrated. Why that is not coming? And the moment he is closing his eyes, nothing is there, only light. So no form. So then he started crying. He started crying and praying, whoever you are, please come again. I like that very much. Then he heard the Lord Vishnu said, I can come. But you have to give promise to your father Brahma that you will marry. If you promise to marry, then only I will come. And not only that, I will come as your son. And then he said, okay, only to get that attraction that I should go and see that father and mother, the Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi. So what is that? When husband and wife, that's the most beautiful thing in the world. The father and the mother, the most beautiful thing in the world. That should be. With the first parents, first the what's called the father, husband and the wife, that is Vishnu and Lakshmi. So he agreed, he went to the Brahma and said, okay, something you were telling, okay, no problem, I can marry, but who is the girl? But so you need not to worry about that, wait over here. A king will come and he is coming with his family. In the family there will be one girl, a princess, her name is Devahuti. You should marry the Devahuti. They will come and give the proposal. And then that way they came and they gave the proposal. Will you please marry my daughter? He said, okay, I can marry, but I have some condition. What is the condition? That after 1 or 2 children, I will leave the household. That your daughter should allow me to do that. She should promise. My responsibility only up to that. Then the Vishnu appeared again and he said, no, as long as I am not coming as your son, you should be there. And as a son, I will come and you will know that I am coming. He said, okay. First son, he observed, is he Vishnu? And after he grew up, he started asking, are you Vishnu? He said, no, I'm not. Then second daughter, third daughter, fourth daughter, when the son will come? Then after that he said to his wife, I think the first son, he is Vishnu, now I'm leaving. then the Devahuti said, no, you cannot do that. As long as the Vishnu is not coming, you have promised. And I also know that Vishnu will come. On the 8th time, or the 8th son, was the Lord Vishnu. And the Vishnu appeared, and after he grew up, and then the Kardama said, now I am very old. I will die any time. Now I have to go and meditate. Please permit me. Vishnu said, okay. He was 8 years old. And that Vishnu was, afterwards, the great Rishi. Then his mother said, now you are also becoming a Rishi. You will also go out and you will also meditate somewhere. What will happen to me? So that is the way this discussion comes. That is not, we are not going to enter into that. So this is the first husband and wife. And who was the husband? Kardama. Who was the Kardama? Mind-born son of Brahma. He was a divine personality. And the Devahuti was a human lady. So the God and the human are becoming one, and their generation we are. So we, the human being, are coming half God, half human. So we have so many good qualities, and at the same time, humanly qualities also. A little jealousy, little this, little that, and all of there. So this is the samsara, husband and wife, and our first is the father, is the god Kardama, and the mother Devahuti. Deva Ahuti, they are offering to God. Kapila Muni was that who was born Vishnu as a Kapila Muni. He gave us the first philosophy. Now this family, afterwards, forget about the Satya Yuga, Treta, Satya Treta, Dwapar, Kali. In Treta Yuga, lot of human beings were there, but there was no rule actually, what to do and what not to do. So Lord has to come as Ramachandra, and he established different rules. And what are the rules? Relations in the family. The father and the son relation, husband and the wife relation, brother and brother relation, and the king and the subjects, that relation. That was the Sri Ramachandra. He was the Marjada Purushottama. And if you notice, when the Ramachandra is going to the jungle, Ma Sita also followed him. Why? The Sita told, we have promised that in thick and thin, in every time, we'll be together. All these years after marrying you, I was enjoying the life in the palace as a queen. Now that you are going to the jungle, I have to go, and that is my Swadharma. This thing is changing. I have to follow my husband wherever he is. That is my Swadharma. And Sita went along with that. Ramachandra. When they went to Rishi's ashrama, and in the Ramayana, if you find, Rama went into jungle, but there were more rishis than the animals. Have you heard that the Rama is killing the tiger and the elephant? Because more rishis were there. That means the jungles were full of schools. The wonderful schools were there. The rishis used to be there, and all the students used to go over there, away from the hustles and bustles of the city life and all politics. Students should be with the guru and only learning. That was the system. Who used to support kings? They used to support. And after finishing their graduation of the study, they used to come back to the kings. Different kingdom were there. They used to go and prove themselves. I know this, I know that. I know medicine, I know agriculture, I know how to develop the horses and cows. So that type of things, and they used to get the job. And sometimes they used to become the priest also. So that was the society in the Ramachandra's time. But the ladies, what they used to do? The Ramachandra went to a family, they used to stay over there. And that Rishi told, it is good that you have brought your wife with you. From now onwards, we don't need the ladies to meditate, but they should try to develop the household. The responsibility is changing for the ladies. In the Satya Yuga, all they used to meditate, all they used to try to develop the truth. What is this life for? Where we have come? How to go back to that source? We have come from the happiness. We have to go back to happiness. So that was the main, and they used to do the researches. What to research? What is the permanent thing from which everything has come? That was the only point. So they used to do, and they used to find out different type of things, and that was their job. All male and female. We find 21 names of the lady rishis. So this is all there. But the Ramchandra went, the Sita went, then that lady told, you see, we did all the austerities. You people need not to do that. What you should do, patibrata dharma. Responsibility is changing. What is patibrata dharma? That I will be always following you and support you in your job. So the Ramachandra, he is going to the jungle, and then Mata Sita is also following. Things are changing over there. Householder's life, still that. When you come to the Krishna's time, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, have you ever heard that any lady meditating, doing this austerity? Nothing, no names are there. Rather, the great queens and great ladies, they are there constantly supporting their husbands and always by the side of their husband. When a very famous lady, she came all the way from the Middle East, and she, after reaching to Delhi, she found the person she is going to marry is a blind person. She covered her eyes for the rest of the life. So that was the great dedication. If my husband is not saying, I should not also. So that was the dedication. So that is called the grihasti. The grihasti, but at the same time, they are so close to each other, supporting each other. And main thing, the mother now developing the family. constantly looking after the children of the family and the relation in the society, all was their responsibility. They were educated people. In between, something happened, particularly in our society. So one after another, the foreign invasion came, and all these things became changed completely. We never knew what actually was there and what actually. But anyway, again in the modern time, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna has come. He was practicing austerity which no one saw. He used to cry whenever there was a sun setting. The Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to rub his face on the shore of the Ganga, crying, Mother, one more day is going back, and I couldn't realize you. Aru ekta din chole gelo ma, ajo dekha holo na. So I am losing every day from my life, and I am not getting the realization. Mother, please help me. People, they used to think, oh, maybe that he is having some stomach problem. So that's why he is crying. Otherwise, why a young man, they cry like that? Some people, they used to say, no, maybe he is missing his mother. He has come from a village, so for a long time he has not gone to the village. Maybe he is crying for his mother. So different comments, but they never could imagine that he is crying for God. That was the sadhana. So human is transforming into divinity, that God. And then that person is marrying. When they thought, the heart that naturally everywhere, they used to think that he has gone mad. So they will be telling the mother, and the father passed away, so elder brother, they thought that we should give marriage to her and then he will be all right under the responsibility. But in those days, the boys used to give money to marry a girl. They were not having that money. So wherever they used to go, they sometimes wanted 10,000 rupees, this, that. They could not pay. It was opposite at the time of Sri Ramakrishna, that they could not pay. Then one day Sri Ramakrishna himself said, why you are searching here and there? Go to this Mukherjee's house in Jairambati, it's marked for me. And that is Ma Sharadamani Devi, the Shakti. And we know that divine marriage. And slowly, they became the center of a great monastic organization. And there, Sri Ramakrishna is giving the ideal to the householders. Why? How many people are there in monastic life? Even you count the Hindu, the Buddhist, and the Catholics, how many will be there? Very few. But everywhere the householders. If the householders are really taking care of them, and then they follow the path of righteousness, whole world will change. That is the reason Sri Ramakrishna gave a lot of instructions. Whole gospel of Sri Ramakrishna is for the householders only. He is talking with the householders, and the householders is recording. The whole book is dedicated for them only. All the advices only for the householders. And very few advices are there for the monastics. And that too he used to give secretly to Vivekananda, Brahmananda, separately, where Master Moshe was not there, so he couldn't record that. So completely, this gospel of Sri Ramakrishna is for the householders. If the householders are weak, the whole society will be destroyed. And what is this householder? Again, we have to go back to when it started. When the rishis, they found that the ultimate happiness is understanding the oneness among these varieties, the searching for the one. And they slowly found it out. They discovered it. And they gave the name Brahman. The Brahman is all-pervasive consciousness. How they got it? There is no founder. In the Hinduism, no founder. It's the research. The researching that something is there permanent, which is observing the changes. That was the main research. And what is permanent? I was a little boy, I grew up, I became becoming old, I will die, I is permanent, but my body and mind is changing. Who is observing? I. And what is this I? Is it body? No, body is changing. Mind? No, mind is changing. Then obviously it is that consciousness. Then they observe, then how you find out the consciousness? They say at the time of sleep you forget your body. Then you enter into the dream world. And after the dream you go into a third position where there is no dream even. So body is absent, mind is absent, and you are having a dreamless sleep. That means mind is also not there. But you are there. And after coming back to when you get up, you say, oh, I had a wonderful sleep today. You are always happy without the body and mind. So they understood, if we can go beyond the body and mind, then that is the source of happiness. And what do we want? Happiness. It is not the doctor, it is not the engineer or the administrator, it is only the happiness that we search. So what is the goal of our life? Happiness. Happiness is the goal of our life. So to find out the happiness, what we should do? Then they turned to the society and they found varieties of people. So they divided the whole human life. They thought that they will live 100 years. Shatayu, 100 years they will survive. So they divided into 4 parts. First part, they should learn. Second, they should apply that knowledge and earn some money and enjoy whatever they like. And the third, after the retirement, they should get ready for the final departure. And the fourth is the sannyasa. The brahmacharya, garhastha, banaprastha and sannyasa. The brahmacharya is nothing but the study time. Then you have to. Then garhastha life. This garhastha life is this householder's life. And that is the time that both husband and wife, they are educated. And in the Upanishad, in the Veda, like the Rig Veda, that the Rig Veda also mentioning that about the boy, now you are going to marry and settle down as a householder, and the girl, now you are marrying, going to settle down. These are your responsibilities. You have to give the best children to the human society. So the human society will grow. That is the greatest responsibility. We forget that. The father and the mother, they are the creator of the human society. We keep everything in a good way, but we don't know before marriage, these are the teachings, these are the responsibilities that they should understand. So this is the way they gave, that this you must understand. When they will understand? When they are student. How? Dharma. The first thing is the dharma that you should know. Then come artha. Then the kama, the desire. And finally moksha. What is the dharma? Your responsibility. His dharma doesn't mean the arati and the khandana. Dharma means your responsibility. What you should do. So that when they will learn, when they are student, everything they should learn as a student. And the student life they should not waste. We observe the Western life. No. Western life is just beginning the human life. 10,000 years before, what we used to do 10,000 years before in the beginning, now they are doing it. So shall we come back and learn from them? We all passed through this. And then we rectified it, purified it. And our thought life, after all these experiments, and this is the way we should study. First is the dharma. Dharma means along with the other things that you learn, your responsibility. That you should learn. And you should do that with the full attention. So that is why the brahmacharya is dharma. Then afterwards, artha, you have to earn money. If you don't earn and just waiting for some government will give money or rich people will give money and I will only eat, no. You have to earn yourself. Why? Otherwise you lose your self-confidence. Otherwise you lose your respect. Now come back to Sri Ramakrishna. The Sri Ramakrishna, before his departure, he taught Ma Sharadamani Devi, because she was the representative of the householders, you should never stretch your hand before anyone. See how it is connected. There, in the Veda, they are teaching that you have to earn dharma artha, and you have to earn money. And that is the main way you should stand. And here, Ma Sharadamani Devi, a lady, and that too without any education, but Sri Ramakrishna is telling, as because you are representing the householders, you should never stretch your hand before others. Householders should not beg. If I am taking something, I will give back something of that. Who will beg? Same Sri Ramakrishna. He said, Swami Vivekananda, highly educated young man, he could earn money, but instead he said, as because you are becoming a monk, you should not go and earn money. Rather, you should beg. So when we study the biographies, when you read the gospel, and we should understand that these are all connected with our Vedic life. You should, because the sannyasi, because they are the representative of the higher values, that they should not mingle with the social thing, because they have to keep their mind always on the high level. So completely free. And that is the way they can help our society. And when we are thinking in that way, and what he said to Swami Vivekananda, you should go to house, beg for me. The sannyasi is not begging for himself, begging for the God. And then offering to God, and just whatever is necessary for his survival, that much he should take. So that is the teaching. Who comes in between? Grihastha. What they should do? Fast they learn. Along with the other education, other knowledge, which they are going to utilize for earning money, responsibility. That is the first thing. And then comes the dharma. And what is the dharma? You have to support yourself, you have to support your family, you have to support your society, and you have to support anything that is good in your society. This is the dharma that you should learn. But in our education system, what is there? All information, nothing is there. And nowadays we heard, at least in our time we used to write, so now only tick. That is that a sun gives light or who gives light? Give the tick, that's all. And that is the way they are learning. Now this is really, really challenging, and challenge for the householder's life. And these householders, from the householder only the monks come. The monastic coming from where? From the householders only. If the parents are good, then only their son or daughter, if they're becoming monastic, they'll be really good. Otherwise that influence will be there. And ultimately, whole thing is coming down. If the ideology is coming down, and we are all becoming a little the people. So that's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna advised for the householders. And that is the whole book. Tomorrow we will discuss what he actually said about it. Today only the beginning, that first lecture, I was thinking we should know where from the householdership came and why the householder is so responsible, important. So once you decide to become a householder, you are taking a great responsibility. Don't follow some people in the film world, they are marrying and then divorcing, marrying and divorcing. That is not our ideal. That they do sometimes, that is okay, and that should not be published in the newspaper unnecessarily. They're useless. In our country also, in the name of the modernity, the mother is marrying and the daughter is liking. Oh, mother, you had a good choice. Sorry, what is it? The third father, I like him. But, oh, what is this? Nonsense. You should not, because that is not the ideal. Who is the ideal? Thakur and Ma. So that is the ideal father and the mother, husband and the wife. And when people look at them, look at the father of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. That is called, he is attached, he is careful, but at the same time, mind is always very high. So once you become a monk, you must be always on the high pedestal. Your mind should not come down. Why? You have love, you have compassion, but for everyone. Not as that particular, this person or that person. No. Samadarshi, that is one. But the householders, they have to teach their children properly. And before marriage, they should meditate, they should pray constantly. Because I am going to give a member to the human society. And when the human society started, with when they come close, the God and the human come close. So the 50% divine, 50% human, there should not be any devilish thing. So that is the prayer constantly. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna and Ma Sharadamani Devi, they didn't give the birth to any children, but they have given complete education to the children. And who are those children? The great monks of the present time, and also the householders. The great householders, like Master Mashay, like many others. So that is the thing that we should learn tomorrow. Directly Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is giving the instruction to the householder that you should do like this. Because our traditionally it has come and we must understand this. So thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And if you have any question, we can discuss on this. But today's, in a conclusion, we can understand where from the came, what is our goal in the householder's life, and this is the middle portion of our life, and this is very responsible, very important life. Constantly attached to the children is not the showing of the parenthood, no. Oh, my son, my daughter, then grandson, then granddaughter, constant. No, that is not the parenthood. Parenthood is that you have to be separated from them too. With love, but separate. That is very important. And you have to feel for others too. It's not so easy thing. So you have to be divine, then only you can do it. So tomorrow we will listen how Sri Ramakrishna is giving us the instruction how to become divine parents. Thank you then. Thank you very much. You have any question? And Devi, any time is there? Yeah. So, any question from there? Apni? Question nahi?
It is true that responsibility. I remember.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
You finished? Swamiji Pranam. Thank you for coming to our center. householders, they're not serious about coming to the center or create a facade. I'll come when I have time, and then Swamiji is coming, and Swamiji comes, they don't have time. So, how should one associate with them, or what is the mentality there? I'm confused about it.
That is true. And that is the reason we are going around all places, talking with people, and giving different type of lectures on different topics. But these are topics is a very practical type. This is a theory and the Vedanta theory and all that Shankaracharya, and then comparing the Buddhism, Shankara, it's all there. But it doesn't help us. Then what are the things that will help us to grow properly? That is the main thing. We cannot say, hey, now it is over, now I am going out and I would like to meditate. No, you cannot do that. But majority of the people, they are not following because this time is the Kali Yuga. You know, the Kali Yuga has its own characteristics. Satya Yuga had its own characteristics. Treta Yuga, mixture of Satya and little bit of Kali, so little there. And the trouble actually taken by Krishna, because that was the time it became 50-50. 50 bad, 50 good. So that was the great. Now it is almost 90-10. 90 bad, 10% only good. But we have to be in the 10%. And how you can do that? Again in the Bhagavata, when the Krishna decided to give up the body, and Kali was ready to come in, because as long as Krishna is there, Kali cannot come, because all decided. So Kali got ready to come. The Krishna, moment he left his body, Kali entered. And Kali was here and there, and people were wondering how come the people's behavior is changing. The unnecessarily they are quarreling, they are telling lies, misbehaving with the ladies, misbehaving with the children. It was never there. How come? Then they said, oh, Krishna has left and Kali has entered. Those who were religious people, they went to Krishna and told, without you, how we will survive? Then he said, you better go to Naimisharanya and stay over there. Naimisharanya, now the UP said, we have that Aranya. Aranya means the forest. And they say that Lord Vishnu is looking to that forest, he liked that particular place, and without blinking, Naimisha, without blinking, so 24 hours he is looking. So if you go over there, Kali cannot influence you. But that is external. What is internal? This is our mind. And if we go on taking the name of God constantly, the Kali cannot influence the mind. So only the way to survive from the hands of the Kali. And who is Kali? Now, the grandson of the Arjuna, he became the king, Parikshita. And he was traveling, he was going around to see how people are. After the great war, there was a chaos everywhere. So he wanted to see that. Then one day he saw a very good-looking person with a nice dress, like aristocratic person, is beating a cow mercilessly. Then he stopped and said, who are you? You look like an aristocratic person, but why you are behaving like this way? He said, I am Kali, and this is the way I behave. He looks like a great, nice person, as if educated, as if wealthy, as if cultured, but behavior is very filthy, very nasty. So that is the characteristics of the Kali. Now you look around, you'll find majority of the people are like that. Apparently they are aristocratic. And what is this aristocracy? The broad-mindedness. Now aristocracy here They will be stealing people, money and all that. And people think they are smart. The smartest one, they will declare that I don't pay taxes because I am smart. He is the smartest one. So naturally, this is the Kali. And people, they like it. Majority of the people, oh, see, look at this. Yes, that we have to live like this. Maximum, best car, best bungalow, best thing, best thing. But for how long? We do not know. We forget that whatever we are now thinking and doing, that will come back to us again 100 times more in the next life. Karma, where it will go. So in the next life, Swami Vivekananda said, the day Sri Ramakrishna advented, from that day onwards, Satya Yuga started. So we are all ushering the Satya Yuga. So obviously, we should follow. Whether other people are doing it or not, don't worry about that. That is their fate. Let them do what they like. But we should be in the Naimisharana. We should be constantly saved by the Lord Vishnu. And no influence of Kali what's sort of, the 16th chapter, from the 4th verse onwards, that gives the bad qualities of human being. There's all Kalis. First, second, and third, that is divine. And from the 4th onwards, all the verses dedicated by the Krishna to tell what are the bad type of qualities there, so that we should not follow that. So that's what we should do. I should behave properly, and that is my duty. I cannot help others. If they are not, I should pray for them and avoid them. You should not go to them as maximum possible, avoid them.
Swamiji, one funny question. We had 4 yogas, right? Shotta
Yugas.
Yogas. So after Kali, what yoga is coming?
Satya.
Satya yoga.
Okay.
So we'll revert back to the meditative life.
Yeah, of course. Again, the Satya Yuga will come, and you will find that because of Sri Ramakrishna's advent, slowly, because of the Sri Ramakrishna's advent, the good people are also coming. So there are so many good people in the society. Slowly, and if you go to India, you'll find almost everywhere, small groups, they are studying Sri Ramakrishna. They are studying Vivekananda. And inspired by the Vivekananda, they are helping the poor people. So many are there. That is also the symbol that the Satya Yuga is coming.
When Thakur says that or Vivekananda said after 1200 or 1500 years, this will be the universal religion, then that will be the climax of the Satya Yuga coming.
Yeah, yes.
Because more and more good people under the influence of Ramakrishna mission and the Vedanta teachings,
Yes.
will the good people go on increasing,
Yes.
the people come
Yes, that's true.
increasing, and then the Satya Yuga will erupt.
Yes.
So my question is probably the follow-up question, and then little related with that, in the statistics what you mentioned, right? Earlier it was 50% and then slowly going down.
I'm just gazing, I don't know.
If it goes like this way, then maybe after a couple of 100 years down the line, if it goes to 0%, then the whole creation will demolish and destroy.
No, it will never go 0%.
Okay.
Because Swami Vivekananda himself said, there will always be Brahmagyani. There will always be Brahmagyani, and particularly our order. So good people are always there. So that Tyagis are always there. As long as they are there, maybe the number is less, but since they are there, 100% cannot be the bad people. It cannot be. Good is there, of course it is there, but they are confused, they do not know what to do. They want to do, but they do not know how to do and the which way. Government is helping people. So sometimes benevolent government, they are helping people and they are going on giving money to them. By that way, they are becoming cripple. And they are thinking, oh, I need not to learn anything, I need not to do anything. Government will give me the money and I'm happy. No, along with the help, you have to give that you should not accept. That is not good for you. Stretching the hand is an insult for yourself. You should not take, whether the government or any person helping. When I am in difficulty, if someone is helping, it's okay. But when I am all right, I should give it back. So that is when I was coming in 2012, I was getting ready to come to America, waiting for the visa and all that. Then naturally I was visiting different holy places in India. I went to the Benares, Kashi. And before the new temple, that was the old temple was there. So someone gave me 1,000 rupee in $10 bill. So I was distributing that $10 to all the people. They were sitting over there on the bank of the Ganga after taking bath. That is the usual custom. So all beggars, sometimes they are wearing the Gerua cloth, sometimes not. The mostly beggars are there. Suddenly I noticed that a cab driver, he came and stopped. And those who know that Benares, the road finishes almost on the steps going down to the Ganga. So he came, he got down, and I noticed him, he is looking at us where I am distributing. The cab drivers in our country sometimes, they're also almost like the beggar. The dress is very filthy and no uncombed hair. He came running and sat in that same line, thinking I will get the 10 rupee, free or why not. So, but I noticed him. So now, when I came to him, I just crossed him and gave the next person. Then he said, Swamiji, mere liye? Swamiji, about me? Then I said, beta, and in Hindi I told, son, you know an excellent job that driving the car. You are earning money. These people have no place to go down. This is the last step. After that, water only. This is the last step. They are sitting on the footpath. So don't sit with them. Don't insult yourself. Rather, earn money and, if possible, help them. You know, he got up, they offered pranam to me, and with a great confidence, I thought he will be angry with me. But no, he completely, really changed it and took it positively. So that is the way we have to tell people, we are going to help you, but you have to stand on your own feet and return back. That you have to give it back. You should not take it for yourself. That is an insult to you. That is proper training. That is proper teaching. Otherwise, how long you are going to help? That's why Swami Vivekananda said, the whole wealth of the world, if you give to a village, and without education, that is also not sufficient for them. So give them education so that they can stand on their own feet. And that is samsara. That is the main in the household life. Householder's life is this, very respectful life, very dedicated life, and at the same time, happy life. Always happy life. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Let us say Shanti 3 times and we conclude. Repeat after me. Om Shanti. 2-3 things you know very well, but repeat after me together. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om. Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna. Arpanamastu. Now, who can say why we say Shanti 3 times?
There is a story.
Hmm?
There is a story.
3 tapatrayas.
So, who can say that? Only Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Ho gaya. What am I doing? Everything that you do, there's a meaning. Everything that you do. That's why I was asking, be quietly, you should do. You know, first 3 different places are there from where problem comes. First problem is from the nature. Suddenly there is the cloud break and this, that. So we say Shanti to the nature, please be friendly with me. Second problem comes from the all around beings, maybe a dog, maybe some people. So also praying to them, so please be friendly with me. And third Shanti for myself, body and mind. So Adi Daiva, Adi Bhuta and Adhyatmika. So if you put the finger like this, Adi Daiva, Adi Bhuta and Adhyatmika. These 3. Isn't it nice? So this Shanti, though we always say that, but it has meaning. Anything that the Hindus are saying, you should know. It has a great meaning behind. And if you know, you will love it more. That is Shanti, Shanti. Now, Deviji, thanks them.
We request everybody to join us for the second session tomorrow morning.
Yes.